They saying more you better than the rest. Who, me? I never would have guessed. Rookie, but I do it like
It's week 4 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC East. It's the Giants and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night prime time.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Taking it about the 1. Now they go play action now. Burrow. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Burrow on play action. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They go play action with Burrow. This one left side caught by Gibson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they were... well upfield across the 45.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Jones. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Looking to throw. Jones over the middle here to Rudolph. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And does Washington have it? They do.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down. Burrow from his own end zone. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on second down. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. And that'll make it third down. Back to throw. Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 34 yards the gain that time, another 1st down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And this is caught. It's Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Got it open, man. It's Ruggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Burrow. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Second down and goal. Burrow. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Dax Milne as the first half is winding down. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our...
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter, and they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Little pitch and catch here to Rudolph, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Jones just going to back this forward on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off play action. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown on the season. So called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Reception here by Ruggs. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. While the training staff works, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about it.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Chase Young in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Touchdown Giants. Caden Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And I'm just wondering, how many yards is he going to throw for? We're only in the third quarter. He's just thrown for a ton.
You have your abacus here?
Well, what?
Your abacus?
I thought you said like Atticus Finch.
No. We're not getting that deep. But counting this up, we might need a few extra people in here because the yardage he's piling up, the way that he's playing, it's a lot of fun to watch. I can't wait to see what he does next.
We'll see what he does here on this drive. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
82's moving. 82's moving.
Burrow on play action. And once more to Ruggs. This time the catch made. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
And possession switching back to the New York Giants. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Play action. It's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost. in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, another throw for Galladay. This one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Jones to Galladay there for a Giant first. Throwing, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants.
Easy work. It's easy work.
Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Jones. Finding Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Able to find Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Again, he'll drop to throw. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Touchdown! Miles Boykin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go, baby.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. One more time with Gibson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run it with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this